Hello everyone, once again warm greeting to all of you. So I hope that all of you are doing well in your studies. Today we are going to start the lecture number 3 of chapter 5 electricity, grade 9, which is related to electrical circuit. So before understanding the electricity, we have to know about the path of electric current, and this path of electric current is called electrical circuit. So let's begin our lesson from discussing the electrical circuit. Electrical circuit, you can see over here, it consists of wires, batteries, bulb, keys, and etc. So we usually represent the electrical circuit through this sort of diagram, through symbols. We usually represent each component or each part of the electrical circuit through a specific symbol. And this symbol which is used for each component of the circuit is internationally accepted. So let's begin that what is electrical circuit? Electrical circuit is a complete unbroken path through which electrical charges can flow. So it is unbroken path through which electrical charge can flow, and we can also define that closed path through which these electrons flow is called an electrical circuit. A simple circuit includes a lamp, connecting wires, a switch, and a battery. So to produce electrical current, charges must flow continuously from one place to another. Current requires an electrical circuit. So in order to have a continuous flow of charge, we usually need a pathway, and this pathway is called electrical circuit, and it consists of different components. So we will discuss each component of the circuit in detail. So let's begin from the first okay, now why we use the electrical symbols. Basically, you can see this diagram, and it will definitely require your time to draw this diagram of the circuit. So in order to not to waste the time, we usually have specific symbol for each component of the circuit. And why we use this symbol? Because these symbols are internationally accepted in every country by the scientists and engineers. So whenever we want to draw the electrical circuit, or we want to analyze the electrical circuit, we usually use symbols. Like, for example, this is a bulb. We usually draw a bulb in this way. And this is a resistor. We usually draw a resistor in this way. This is battery. We usually have a symbol of this battery. And we usually have a symbol of this sort for this switch. So to make it possible to draw complex circuits, a shorthand method using standard circuit symbols is used. So scientists, engineers, manufacturers, and others around the world use a symbol for particular component. For a particular component, for an electronic device, the circuit in an electronic device can be understood through the symbols. Okay, so these need a universal language in which to work and to present their results. So universal language, like for example in chemistry, we have symbols for different elements, for sodium Na, for oxygen O2, for water H2O. In the same case, we have symbols for each component of the circuit, and this is international, and this is accepted worldwide by all the people. Why we do this? Because in order to understand the circuit everywhere in the world. So let's begin by connecting wires. You can see this is a connecting wire, and the purpose of this connecting wire is to connect components or parts of the electrical circuit. So we connect different parts of the electrical circuit through wires. So wire is shown by a straight line, and if wires are joined together, wires are joined together, we usually use this symbol. And if wires are crossing each other, we usually use this type of symbol. So switches is used to connect or disconnect the circuit, and we usually either use this symbol or this symbol. This symbol is used for the closed circuit. When there is flow of current, if we want to have continuous flow of circuit in this continuous flow of electric current in the circuit, we usually use this type of switch. And if we want to disconnect the circuit, we usually use this type of circuit. And the same, if you want to connect the circuit, we usually use this symbol. And if you want to disconnect the symbol, if you want to disconnect the circuit, we usually use this this switch. So there are different type of switches, and each switch each type of switch can be represented through these symbols. A switch is used to connect or disconnect a circuit at will. So this is a closed circuit. A closed circuit means that the switch is on, and open circuit means that the switch is off, so there is no flow of electric current in the circuit. So cell and battery. Cell can be represented through this diagram, and a battery is represented through this diagram. So you can see over here a cell is a storage of voltage or electrical energy. It stores electrical energy, and cell is basically have lower voltage as compared to battery. Or in other words, we can say that when two or more than two cells are combined together, we call them as battery. So the cell stores chemical energy and transfers it to the electrical energy when a circuit is connected. So basic purpose of the cell is to transfer the electrical energy throughout the circuit. The cell's chemical energy is used of pushing a current around a complete circuit. So basic purpose of the cell is to transfer the electrical energy or transfer the electric current around a complete circuit. And you have observed that each cell, they have a plus and minus sign on it. It shows the positive and negative terminal of the battery. Ammeter. Ammeter, you have observed this in your lab, that it in A is written on it, and basically it is shown through this symbol, and it is used to measure the electric current in the circuit. Ammeter is shown through around a circle, and capital A is written inside the circle. Voltmeter. What is voltmeter? Voltmeter is like a device, and V is written on it. It is basically used to measure the voltage or energy in the circuit. So it is usually shown through the symbol round circle, and capital V is written inside the round circle. Resistors. Resistors are a device in the electronics which control the flow of electric current. So nearly all the electronic devices, whether these are laptops, mobile phones, TV, etc., each electronic device, they have a resistor inside it, and this resistor, it controls the flow of electric current in a circuit. So the symbol which is used for resistor is either this symbol or this symbol. Both are accepted. So you can use any one of it while drawing an electric circuit. So types of resistors, there are basically two types of resistors, linear resistors and non-linear resistors. In linear resistor, they further divided into two types, fixed resistors and variable resistors. The fixed resistor, which consists of the carbon composition, wire wound type, thick film resistor, thin film resistor, these are basically used in electronic devices like laptops, TV, mobile phones, and etc. But the other type of variable resistor, there is literally large resistor, and it is used for the purpose of experiment in physics laboratories. And non-linear resistor like thermistor, LDR, varistor, surface mount is used for in street lights, in different type of used for the purpose of lighting. So application of resistor in daily life is laptop charger, mobile phone charger, lamp, street lights, fan speed control, and etc. Rheostat. Rheostat is also a variable resistor. It is a movable resistor, and you can see over here that how movable, because why it is called a movable resistor, because the upper portion of this rheostat, it is basically it can be moved through left and right side in order to control the flow of current in the circuit. So these symbols are being used for the rheostat. Fuse. This is electric fuse, and electric fuse is also used to control the flow of current, or it is used to tolerate the overburden of electric current. And fuse is usually used inside the switches, inside the plugs, and it is used to limit the current in electric circuit. And it prevents the electrical devices from damage when excessive current flows through it. When there is too much current, the fuse melts. The fuse itself melts, but it prevents the electronic device from being shortage, from any sort of shortage or damage. So these are the few symbols used for electric fuse. All the symbols are acceptable. Fuse and plugs are made in the standard ratings like 3A5, A13, etc. And all these have different quality. For example, this is 25A, you can see over here. Depends on the quality and on the standard of the fuse, different naming are given to it. Bulb is, you can see over here, different symbols are used for it. And the purpose of bulb is only to identify or to observe the flow of current, whether the current is moving inside the electric circuit or not. We usually connect bulb in the circuit to see that whether the current is moving inside the circuit or not. And the symbol used for the bulb is either this symbol, this symbol, or this one. Now, types of circuits. There are basically two types of circuits: series circuits and parallel circuits. And the arrangement of circuit will have effect on the voltage, current, and resistance. And we will discuss it later on, that how the arrangement of circuit will have effect on the voltage, current, and even resistance. So series circuit, you can see over here, series circuit, each component is connected one after the other in a series manner. So an electric circuit in which all the components are connected one after the other such that same current flows through them is called series circuit. Definitely same current will flow through a series circuit, and the voltage across each component will not be same. So the total voltage would be equal to the sum of the individual voltage. If any of the bulb is removed or fuses, there is a break in the circuit. If we remove any component inside the circuit, the flow of current will stop in the circuit. So it is the reason that it is not used in household, in schools, or in local areas. The series circuit is not being used. So it is basically used for decorating purpose and for such purpose, but for lighting purpose, but it is not used in local areas. Because if one component is removed from the circuit, the whole circuit will disconnect. The flow of current will stop. Parallel circuit, you can see over here, each component of the circuit is individually connected with the voltage. This is voltage, source of the current, and each component, like you can see over here, the same amount, this same voltage is moving across each component. So a circuit in which different components are individually connected to the battery, thus forming different branches in circuit, is called parallel circuit. In each branch, the current flow will be same, will not be same. So the current will not be same. Sorry, there is a mistake. The current will not be same. The current will divide across each component, but the voltage is same across each component of the parallel circuit. So if one bulb is removed or fused, the other bulbs are not affected. This is the reason why electricity appliances at homes and offices are connected in parallel circuits, so that they can independently switched off and on. So you can see over here that in your home, if you remove one of the bulb at your room, it will not stop the flow of current at your home, because all this connections and all the wirings which have been done, it is through parallel arrangement. So I hope that you have understood the lesson. Do practice the symbols, do study, stay happy, and take care of yourself.